Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP, and this is the 1 hour chart. You see here how we had some volatility finally on XRP after going sideways for such a long period of time. Some of that volatility came because Bitcoin also had a small run up today as well. But I'm not here for the jump by 1, 2, 3, 4 cents for XRP. I'm here for when XRP is jumping by 10, 20, 30, 40 cents in the future. That's when I'll dust off the moon boots. And I'm sure you're all waiting for that moment to happen as well. And that time is coming. Reserve Bank of New Zealand collaborates with Ripple. Reserve Bank of New Zealand and Ripple are discussing the creation of central bank digital currencies using the XRP ledger. The partnership leverages Ripple's blockchain expertise and the success of XRP to advance the integration of digital currencies into the financial system. The partnership could pave the way for other financial institutions to integrate digital currencies securely, potentially reshaping the discourse on CBDC viability. You know, everybody always talks about, well, Ripple's out there partnering with this bank and they're partnering with that bank. But why would you buy XRP? That's Ripple out there doing that, not XRP. But what a lot of people don't understand is, first Ripple gets in the door, later comes XRP. People seem to forget that all the time. Ripple case study, Amazon Web Service. AWS partner profile, Ripple. So first you have RippleNet. Okay, that's what gets Ripple into the bank. So RippleNet is a decentralized global network of banks and payment providers using Ripple's distributed financial technology, which provides real-time messaging, clearing, and settlement of financial transactions. Ripple connects banks, payment providers, digital asset exchanges, and corporates via RippleNet to provide one frictionless experience to send money globally. That's what gets them through the door. Xcurrent. Process real-time payments. Ripple software Xcurrent enables banks to differentiate themselves by offering new cross-border payment services while lowering their total cost of settlement. The solution is specifically designed to meet the needs of banks by fitting within their existing risk, compliance, and information security frameworks. Ripple software is installed within the bank's infrastructure and is built to interface with the bank's systems using an API interface or through a translation layer that can consume traditional payment message formats to compress the integration timeframe into weeks. Then there's XRapid, and this is how me and you get rich. XRapid lets payment providers and other financial institutions minimize liquidity costs while improving their customer experience, because payments into emerging markets often require pre-funded local currency accounts around the world. Liquidity costs are high. XRapid helps to lower the capital requirement for liquidity. XRapid uniquely uses a digital asset, XRP, to offer on-demand liquidity, which lowers costs while enabling real-time payments in emerging markets. Built for enterprise use, XRP offers banks and payment providers an efficient, scalable, reliable liquidity option to service cross-border payments. XVIA. Send global payments with a single integration. XVIA is for corporations, payment providers, and banks that want to send payments across various networks using a standard interface. XVIA's simple API requires no software installation and enables users to send payments globally with transparency into the payment status and with rich information like invoices attached. That's the 4 softwares of Ripple. The one that we should remain focused on is XRapid, because once again, that's how me and you get rich. Then it shows RippleNet use cases. By joining RippleNet, banks, payment providers, exchanges, and corporates can address many commercial use cases, including e-invoicing, international supply chain payments, global currency account, real-time cash pooling, international bill pay, real-time remittances, and international person-to-person payments. Like I always said, it goes beyond just bank to bank. Ripple's also going to have person-to-person payments. They're also going to handle micropayments. They're going to handle domestic payments as well. The payments are endless around Ripple and XRP. People don't realize how big this actually is. GBDC, gold-backed digital currency, is now being used. This is coming from Zimbabwe. So we see here, the Zimbabwean central bank recently said it is close to rolling out gold-backed digital tokens for transactional purposes. According to the bank's governor, the gold-backed digital tokens have already proven to be an effective monetary policy instrument. You know, everything right now is about gold-backed because the world is pushing in that direction. Look what's going on with the BRICS. Once other countries start going gold-backed, they're going to leave the US dollar behind, unless we come up with our own solution here inside the United States, which I still think they're going to utilize XRP in the future. I think that time is eventually going to come. Almost 1 year exactly to the day, exciting times ahead. The role of privacy is critical in the successful implementation and adoption of CBDCs. Now that is coming directly from Ripple. This is where it gets interesting because the road to 20K XRP involves privacy. They've been very, very clear and honest with us. XRP was never meant for public retail trading. We were the pitchers in warm-up practice before the game begins. Are you ready for the big leagues? Now, I'm not going to say XRP is going to go to 20K. However, once you see what's really going on around CBDCs throughout the world, tokenization, and you see the way that XRP can be used to bridge money from one CBDC to another, like a trust layer, it starts to become pretty clear that XRP is a 4-digit cryptocurrency. Once we hit 4 digits, then we'll start talking about 5 digits in the future. But there's no way XRP is going to be sitting around $10 to $20 in the future. Not even $100. It just does not make sense anymore. You know, 2 years ago, I would have said, let's get to $1 first, like everybody always says. But what happens if there's like a monetary value put on XRP, like overnight, like that flip of the switch moment? Anybody sitting on the sidelines waiting for us to break $1 is just going to be left behind. And that's why I always say, you know, nobody knows what's going to happen with XRP, but you always want to be holding because all roads lead to XRP. American Express confirms partnership with Ripple and will be using XRP. This is due to XRP being a crucial part of the RippleNet system, which American Express is building on with Ripple Labs. Now, that's been going on for quite a while, but this seems to always keep popping up all the time, American Express and Ripple. And, you know, Visa's probably working with Ripple as well. Same thing with American Express. Everybody's going to want to use RippleNet technology in the future because it replaces SWIFT. It makes everything faster, cheaper, and more efficient. And it's secure at the same time. So 2025 has always been the year that this all explodes. XRP will shock people in 2025. Brad Garlinghouse said Ripple will be the Amazon of the payment space by 2025. The infrastructure is built and they don't flip the switch until it's all done. Now, do you honestly think you have until 2025 to accumulate XRP? My opinion is this, and this is what I believe is going to happen. This fall, everything's going to start to change. Once BRICS announces their new currency, I think all of a sudden the US dollar will start to plummet in value. And I say this all the time because if the US dollar drops, all of a sudden crypto and the stock market will rise. But then beyond that, you got to look at the current banking system, which is on very shaky ground. And they're rushing to get in a new financial system as soon as they possibly can. Plus, you're going to see certain countries go live faster than other countries. And once again, this is why you should always be holding. If you're going to sit on the sidelines and wait until 2025, there's a good chance you might be left behind. XRP is a bridge. Now, this is James Rickards. Thoughts on XRP today. And I just want to point something out because most of the time I don't agree with this guy, but he's actually pretty right on this.
BRICS just had Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa are the big five BRICS, but they've now expanded their meetings and their work to include a lot more countries. So Argentina, Iran, Turkey, a lot of other important economies who have these BRICS conferences. They've announced that they're working on some kind of global settlement currency, and I would make the distinction between a payment currency and a reserve currency. People tend to confuse the two. They tend to talk about the reserve currency status. That's a tough nut to crack. It can happen. Sterling used to be the main reserve currency. It lost its role between 1914 and 1944, but that took 30 years. Now the dollar may be losing its role, but that's going to be a slow process. But the payment currency is different. You could use almost anything as a payment currency, assuming the parties agree. So they may come up with an international payment currency backed by a basket of commodities, and they're all commodity producers. Russia has oil and natural gas, Saudi Arabia has oil, Brazil, again, has oil, but also large agricultural output, largest or second largest soybean producer in the world. Africa has enormous mineral outputs, et cetera. So you go around the membership, and you can see that they've got the potential commodity backing for that. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO, is a Central Asian group led by Russia and China. But again, they're attracting new members. They're working on something similar. And others are as well. And of course, we got our friends over in crypto world. I don't think that will be a reserve currency probably ever, but as a medium of exchange, as a payment, it could perform a role. And I've lectured about and hypothesized that Russia and China could develop a new digital currency. It could be a cryptocurrency, call it the Xi coin, Putin coin, whatever you like.
See, here's what I think is going to happen. No matter what currency China and Russia comes up with, and they're going to trade those currencies amongst themselves, but I still think they need that trust layer in between there, which could be XRP. So even if XRP is not the world's reserve currency, like he was talking about, a payment currency, what would the price of XRP be then? That's the big question. And think about it. That makes a lot more sense because everybody could use XRP and be happy with it. The whole world could use it right now in between payments, and everybody would be fine with that because it's not one country's currency and it's not the world's reserve currency. It's like something that they use in between, and everybody could be happy at the end of the day. And that's what I see for XRP in the future, doing exactly what it's built for, being that bridge currency. Ethereum's Vitalik Buterin. XRP is listed as crypto despite being completely centralized. Now take a listen to this.
Qualification to be able to call yourself part of the crypto space and not have people complain is to just somehow use cryptography and to have some kind of chained data structure somewhere. Those are literally the qualifications. You don't even need decentralization, right? I forget. Has IOTA even gotten rid of their coordinator yet? I forget now.
No,
right?
The answer is no.
Right. XRP, right? They're still completely centralized, and but at the same time they are on CoinMarketCap, and still I think haven't apologized for writing documents into the to the U.S. government, basically saying that they should be favored over Bitcoin and Ethereum because Bitcoin and Ethereum are China-controlled. I think that there should be a way to talk about Ethereum that doesn't implicitly, lend credence to the, the Lunas and the XRPs and the IOTAs and the Bitcoin Satoshis visions of the world, but that still does leave room for kind of valuing the good and the honorable things that are happening in other ecosystems.
I like the way he tries to always come out and talk against XRP. But you take notice to his body language. He's worried about XRP. He knows that Ethereum will never be as good as XRP. And maybe he's worried about this. XRP Ledger overtakes Ethereum in daily transactions in August. Since the beginning of August 2023, the XRP Ledger has recorded 1.2 million transactions per day, bypassing Ethereum. And you know, it doesn't matter what he thinks, because at the end of the day, XRP will always be the chosen cryptocurrency. All roads will always lead to XRP. You know, we are coming up on a time where everything's starting to change. And if your cryptocurrency doesn't have that utility drive behind it, it's not going to continue hitting high prices in the future. All the money's going to pour behind use case and utility. You know, outdated Ethereum, and look at the gas fees. People are getting fed up with the gas fees. That's why we see projects jumping ship, jumping on with XDC network, jumping on with Hedera, because they're tired of it. And you know, most people don't trust Ethereum to begin with. They only used it because they've been using it for such a long period of time. Then one day they wake up and say, wow, I could have been using Hedera for all these years and saving all this money. The same thing goes with XRP. Projects are going to jump from Ethereum onto the XRP ledger, time and time again. We're at the point in the show, believe none of what you hear and none of what you see. They want you out. And that's what it comes down to. Now's the time you want to continue holding this cryptocurrency. Who knows where it can go in the future? Like I said, you know, everybody could make a price prediction. Everybody could speculate on a value for XRP, but nobody knows for sure what the future holds. But I know this, I want to make sure I'm holding this cryptocurrency when it shows its full potential. I don't want to sell at $10 and regret it down the road. I don't want to sell at $100 and then regret it soon after, once XRP breaks $1,000. Because none of us know exactly what this means. All I do know is I show you the facts on what's going on all throughout the world. And all those facts lead right back to XRP. You talk about a bank using cross-border payments. All of a sudden you see they're somehow tied to Ripple. If not directly, it's through a partner of Ripple. Then you see other people using XRP for on-demand liquidity. Look at Asia. That's going to be massive in the future. And then you look at Europe and you look at the UK, how everything's pushing ahead, and Ripple's over there pushing at the speed of light, because technology is not going to stop and Ripple's not going to stop. And XRP eventually is going to make a lot of people very, very rich. You want to be here for that moment. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.